now that he's bothering me, he's doing this more often now, you know what I mean? So it's not normal for me to see him. I understand that he lives in the same block, but he can go the other way, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't...
And how did that activity make you feel?
Uncomfortable, and I put a camera back in my house as well.
So his actions prompted you to install a camera on the back of your house?
Correct, and I lived at my house at 216 West Killbuck for 12 years, and I started putting my cameras after the fact that he was bothering me. Because I have 2 young kids, and I have to protect my kids as well.
And how old were your kids at that time?
My kids, well, they're 6 and 8. So 2 years ago will be 4 and...
Understood. I don't want you to have
4 and 7.
Now, was there any other time you went jogging and felt afraid of Mr. Croswell?
Yes, because I've seen him several times in the street when I'm me and my running partner running.
Okay. Any other times when he would activate the panic alarm?
No, just when he wanted me to know that he noticed us going by his house and trying to put a show on.
And how many times did that occur?
Pardon me?
How many times did that occur?
That incident just happened once.
Now, was there a time when you were jogging and Mr. Croswell was outside in his yard?
No.
And did you ever learn of any activity of Mr. Croswick from any of your neighbors?
Just my running partner. And then my other neighbor as well, across the street from me, his name is Paul, noticed him as well.
And you recall being interviewed by the police back in January of 2022?
Yes.
And you recall reporting that Mr. Croswick, the defendant, was in his yard screaming at you by name on January 6th?
He didn't scream at me by name.
Oh, okay.
He just was yelling.
Scream at you?
He was just yelling.
Okay. What was he yelling? If you
I have no idea. I ignored it. I just took off. I don't have time for that.
Were you ever advised that by a neighbor that the defendant was sitting in his truck and watching your house for a lengthy period of time?
Correct.
And describe that, please.
My neighbor across the street, his name is Paul, had told me that Croswick was sitting in his vehicle for a long time, and I kind of I thought that he probably waiting for somebody, but it was very long moment, you know what I mean? So I assumed that he was probably waiting for someone to get a ride or something. You know what I mean? Like when you're waiting in your car in front of your house, you're waiting for someone to pick you up or waiting for somebody, and that's what I thought it was. But then my neighbor had addressed, he goes, this is very weird that he's on his vehicle. I don't understand why he's not parked the other way instead of your house. You know what I mean? So his house is on the right-hand side. My house is in the corner, so he parked his car the opposite so he can watch me.
The opposite way of the flow of traffic?
Correct. So his house is on the right-hand side, right? He parked his vehicle this way so he can watch me leaving my house on the corner.
When she says this way, I just wanted to know that she had her hand pointed.
So he parked, his house is right here. You cross the road, you cross the street on the other side. So he parked his vehicle that direction towards my house, not towards his house.
So the record reflects it was with the flow of traffic, but just across the street from his house?
Correct.
How is parking on that street?
Nobody parks there.
Do you recall another incident from the first week of January regarding getting your kids off the school bus?
Pardon me, say that again, I'm sorry?
Did you recall another incident at the bus stop?
Correct.
And could you describe that for the jury, please?
He knows the time that I picked my kids up from the corner because he can see me picking my kids up from the bus stop. And he came out and he was, I don't know I can't remember if he was walking, but he did motions so I can look at him. I picked my kids up from the bus. As soon as I got there, I went and ran inside my house.
Did you say anything to the bus driver, you recall?
Yes, I did.
What did you tell the bus driver?
I told the bus driver that there's a guy that's been watching me, and she knew about it because I had warned her. I told her that I don't want to leave my kids. I don't want to stand out there because I know that somebody's watching me. So I would have, when the bus got there, usually get there. There's like a little by my front of my house. There's like a little. It's like a little small porch that he can't see me. He has to really walk a little bit across the street to see me there. So I would tell the bus driver that I'm gonna be waiting for my kids there because I know that gentleman's been watching me.
So it's fair to say his actions caused you so much fear you couldn't even
Yes,
pick up your kids at the
correct.
bus stop.
And in the corner of my house. And my bus driver goes, I will not leave the bus. I will not leave this corner until you go inside your house. She told me that.
Did you ever refrain from going on your regular run?
I had to change my route.
Did you ever run alone after that?
No. And out of all many years that I've been running for 20 plus years, I never had that problem.
Any idea what could have provoked all of this?
I have no idea. And like I said, I didn't know the gentleman until he started filming me.
Understood. Thank you. I have no further
Never
questions.
filmed it. Sorry.
Mr. Croswick, do you have any questions of this witness?
I do. Good morning, Mr. Martinez. In your first interview with, I believe, Sergeant Walsh, you stated Barry Purse wanted to buy the house that I bought. Do you recall that?
Is this not something to do with me, you harassing me?
Ma'am, can you answer the question?
I don't recall.
Okay. In your first interview, it might have been your first interview or your second interview, again with Sergeant Walsh, you name at least 3 other people that are creeping on you or stalking you. One being a gentleman that was doing construction work across the street at the former old schoolhouse that was being renovated. It had a lot of activity, people coming and going daily, and you made a comment that that person was
Because
creeping.
you're the one you've been creeping me, so I've been, my alerts, if I have to surround my family and protect my family around my house. This is nothing to do with you stalking me, okay? I have the right to say that I have to protect my family because of your actions.
Ma'am, at this time, unless there's an objection, please just answer the question.
Somebody was coached.
Did you answer the question?
No, can you repeat the question?
In your interview with Sergeant Walsh, you state several people are creeping on you.
Nope, one person driving slow by my house, and I reported to Officer Walsh. So one person, not
Okay.
several persons.
And then there was another incident with a car that had
That's the same one that I'm talking to you about, the first one.
a road rage. That's the same as the van that was working at the house?
Nope, I just told you one incident, and that's
Okay.
it.
Okay. On January 4th, 2022, you state that I drove by your house 4 times. We lived 3 houses down from each other. That day, I took my puppy to the vet, so I had to take him to the vet.
Your Honor, is this a question or is this
Oh,
defendant?
I apologize. I'll rephrase that. Okay. Before the September 21st incident, I walk my dogs on a regular basis. Did you never see me walk my dogs in the neighborhood?
Not from the day that you told me to take a picture. I never realized.